It was a warm August day, and Twitter bustled with banter. A new Dragon Ball Super chapter was coming. Vegeta got a new transformation, Ultra Ego. Using the godly powers of destruction, Granola was groveling. His stature began to falter. Was Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans, finally going to get his long-awaited W? Well, no. Actually, he...
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere that... With a gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
So, I have not been making Dragon Ball content for a while now, but I still read the manga. And Vegeta is one of my favorite characters in all of fiction still, and my favorite character in Dragon Ball. And so, I'm about to defend my boy here. I want to go over why this isn't even an actual jobber yet, because people have been going crazy online over this. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, anywhere where you can talk about manga or anime, Vegeta was getting grilled over and over again for being a useless jobber and for fan expectations getting too high for this fight. But honestly, in my opinion, if you had the expectations that Vegeta was going to defeat Granola here, that's on you. That's your fault because maybe you weren't really paying attention to how the fight was going and not even realizing that this brand new character and this fight against him, who is the strongest character in the universe, has only been going on for like 3 or 4 chapters. You really think this is just going to end right here? So I went and reread the beginning of the Granola fight up to where Vegeta uses Ultra Ego and then essentially, quote-unquote, loses to Granola. And it is actually done well. And no, it's not bad for Vegeta to lose here, even though he hasn't even yet, and I'll go over that, but it makes sense. It flows well. This guy has been wished to be the strongest in the universe, so he's literally the strongest in the universe. Sure, Vegeta got the upper hand, but the wish keeps counteracting it and making him stronger. It allows him to have all these abilities because he basically got, 150 years of max potential training to make him the strongest in the universe, and he has the abilities of other characters. Remember, he seemingly knows Moro's abilities. He grew stronger in a similar way to Ultra Ego Vegeta right after he did it. He seemingly used the power of a god of destruction based on how the manga was portrayed in Chapter 70, when Vegeta used destruction powers to destroy a rock, and then Granola does the same thing panels later. Reading the manga sequentially, it never made me think Vegeta was actually going to win. In fact, what it always showed me from when Vegeta was using Ultra Ego on is that it's going to take Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego combined or paired together to defeat Granola, because he probably will have both of these powers. He'll probably learn Ultra Instinct and he'll be using both at the same time, and Goku and Vegeta will need to team up. It just showed in Chapter 70 that Vegeta used God Destruction powers, and then it showed Granola using God Destruction powers without saying it. I think it was just showing that he had gained these powers after using the wish on the Dragon Balls to become the strongest in the universe. But guys, like I said, the battle is just beginning. Who really expected this to end here? To Vegeta to take the W here? It's 3 to 4 chapters so far, and you think that it's just going to be the end of Granola already? The guy who wished to be the strongest in the universe? The guy who's using some of the craziest abilities from multiple characters, hero and villain at once? It doesn't really make sense. I thought that this series, or this fight, is going to go on for several more chapters, even when Vegeta, at the point in the chapter, was bodying Granola. Even when Vegeta was bodying him, I never once thought he was going to win. This gets to my next point of why this overreaction for Vegeta's quote-unquote loss is terrible. Because, guys, he hasn't even officially lost yet. This is what, really kind of made me question, am I reading the same manga here? Sure, Vegeta has been knocked down. He got overpowered in this instance against Granola when he awoke in his second red eye. But, this is a huge but here, guys. Vegeta is shown laying down, and then it shows him slowly getting up when Granola is walking towards him. So, Vegeta isn't knocked out, he isn't dead. He is knocked down, he got overpowered in that instance, but he is slowly starting to get back up as Granola is walking towards him. Is this really that much of a jobber? I really don't see it that way. If he is getting up and maybe gonna stand up, continue to fight, and then Goku will join the fight, and they'll have to combine or pair together Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and then probably what's gonna happen as well is they're gonna have to do fusion in some way, and they'll have to do an Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego power fusion, which will be absolutely broken, of course, but I wonder how the Wish will work with that, and maybe Granola will get stronger, because he gets stronger, like, seemingly the longer he fights, and this is what happens when he fought Ultra Ego Vegeta. So yeah, I think that people who thought that Vegeta was actually going to win weren't really necessarily paying attention to the manga, and it wasn't a shock. I never expected Vegeta to win. And it's not just because, you know, he has been used as a quote-unquote jobber in the past, but it's the fact that it just was way too soon in the fight. This wasn't like 10 to 12 chapters in, and then he gets this ability. This is like 3 to 4 chapters into fighting Granola. And we know that Granola is using all these different abilities because he had basically all of his max potential and all the things he could learn stuffed into 150 years of his life, so that he only has 3 years left to live. So it just never made sense for me that if he also has Ultra Ego, or at least God of Destruction powers, that it would take both God of Destruction and Angel powers, and it would be Ultra Instinct paired with Ultra Ego. It just never made sense to me that people thought that he was actually going to win here. It's probably partially because there was like the leaks of just showing the transformation, leaks of showing Vegeta bodying Granola, people got hyped, and then when it showed that he had quote-unquote lost the fight, that people lost that hype because they wanted Vegeta to win. But I don't want a cheap win where Vegeta just pulls this transformation and then wins the fight. I want Vegeta to win the fight alongside Goku, or maybe they fight together. The team up is the majority of what causes the win, and then in the end, Vegeta will get the final blow that wins the battle. But honestly, as a huge Vegeta fan, this does not make me like his character any less, and it actually overall makes me like his character more because I like that he has Ultra Ego powers and he's progressing in a way similar, but in a different, essentially, path than what Goku is. Goku is Ultra Instinct, Vegeta is Ultra Ego, and I like it. I really do. He's not getting jobbered, guys. You can't really say that Vegeta is getting jobbered here when Goku just got boloed right before this. Essentially, Goku was the jobber in this instance. Vegeta, he did better than Goku. So I don't get why Vegeta is the jobber here. They're gonna have to team up and probably fuse. Maybe more characters will get involved. And here's the thing is, we also know that Granola has 3 years left to live. And this is something that made me question why he was given 3 years, like Toriyama or whoever is writing it. I can't even freaking remember. Toyotaro? Is it Toyotaro drawing it, Toriyama writing it? Or I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've been a Dragon Ball YouTuber. It's weird that it's 3 years, because that's still a long time to live. It's not 1 year, it's not 6 months, it's not a month, it's not weeks, it's not days. Because theoretically, he could have just taken all of Granola's life and given him like 2 weeks to go fight Goku and Vegeta or kill Frieza or whatever, and become the strongest in the universe just for a few weeks. But 3 years is a lot of time to live. And it makes me think that either at some point Granola will like sacrifice the rest of his life force to become stronger, or that Goku and Vegeta might lose this and have to do more training. And because technically Granola is not a bad guy, you could leave him alone for a couple years or at least a few months while Goku and Vegeta go train, and he does stuff like maybe trying to try and find Frieza, and he goes and kills Frieza. 'Cause remember, Frieza got resurrected at the Tournament of Power, so he could still go find Frieza. And then after he goes and kills Frieza, that'd be a cool arc, where in the arc is we see Granola fight Frieza, and then during that arc we get little bits of Goku and Vegeta training their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego powers, and then after that, maybe Granola has defeated Frieza, and then Goku and Vegeta will fight Granola in a rematch, as Granola would be the true strongest fighter in the universe still because of the Wish. But overall, guys, yeah, I really don't see why this was ever an issue. I think it's only because of the way that the leaks came out, and you see the transformation, you see Vegeta bodying, and then you see him lose, but you don't see all of the full context until it's the official chapter. But I still did see some people complain about the official chapter. But no, guys, I went and reread the actual entire fight from the beginning of Granola and Goku fighting up to the point where, like, I believe it's chapter 75 now. And no, I never once thought, and it never made sense for Vegeta to just take the win. It's too early in the fight. Granola is too strong. He's the strongest in the universe. And Vegeta didn't even fully lose. He's not dead. He's not unconscious. He is on the ground, but slowly getting back up. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. And let me know if you want more Dragon Ball content in the future. Because if it's something you guys want to see, it's something I'm interested in. Because I actually really like this arc so far of Granola. I think it's so far, you know, better than Moro, which Moro wasn't terrible, but I'm liking it, and I'm actually, for the first time in a while, looking forward to a next Dragon Ball Super chapter. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. You can also follow me on Twitter, link down below. You can check out my light novel series called 9 Fates at 9fates.com. And hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...